Do you ever find yourself really depleted with no energy and you just don't know what to do? Well, let's talk about that. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Reverend Sharon Renae, and welcome to this week's Sunday Inspiration, sponsored by Spiritually Centered. So today's topic is a really important one. Do you ever find yourself just really exhausted, that you have no energy left, and you feel like your soul is really, really depleted, like the jar is empty? And it's really hard sometimes that when it's empty, we don't have any more to give. We can't give any more attention to anything else. We can't give any attention to others. And we actually sometimes don't even know what to do next. And it's because we have depleted our energy. And there's lots of different ways that that could happen, by being where we're taking care of everybody else and we're giving and nobody's giving back. It can be that we are trying to prove that a decision we made will work, and we put all of our energy into it, and we just keep tripping over ourselves. That's another way. It can be a multiple of ways, but here's the thing, is that when we are depleted, it is because of actions that we have taken or not taken. So it comes back home to us, and what are we going to do to fill ourselves back up? Well, first of all, we are whole and we aren't broken, so that's important to understand. And it's like asking yourself, what do I need right now? And does it mean that maybe you need a weekend that you're just quiet and you disassociate from everybody and you take lots of naps? Is that something that you need? Do you need a massage? Do you need to maybe go get a checkup? Do you need to walk more? But it's giving yourself permission to look at, where have I overgiven, or what am I overdoing? And if we're giving something and nothing's coming back in, we have blocked the flow of receiving. So we need to be open to receive. And if we are taking what we're getting and we're giving it all back out and we're still depleted, it means that we're not saving anything for us. And in the Bible, where the woman is putting oil on Jesus' feet, and one of the disciples said, if we haven't used the oil on your feet, we could have sold the oil and given the money to the poor. And Jesus said, the poor will always be with you, however, I will not. So Jesus was not apologizing for the treatment that he was getting, because somebody was gifting him back to him something that he gave to them. And the poor will always be with us. There will always be people poor in heart, poor in spirit, poor in mind, poor in prosperity, if they choose to be that way. And Jesus was like saying, I'm going to take what's mine. We can't heal and we can't recuperate if we don't take what is ours. And we need to start by loving ourselves, by caring for ourselves. And this isn't about feeling guilty, and this isn't about blaming anybody. If we're a doormat, we choose to lay down, and I've got lots of experience with that. I was really a good doormat, and it depleted me to this point of emptiness, and I thought that well was so dry, I would never be able to fill it up. Have you ever been there, had that? And it starts with starting to take care of yourself, about giving yourself the time that you need. And whatever that is, if it's drawing boundaries, if it's recognizing that you are making these choices and you're controlling situations that aren't getting you anywhere. So in other words, you're running on the treadmill nonstop. It's taking that responsibility to look at those things and say, what do I need now? What can I do to fill myself up? And remember that there is this well of life that we always have, this wellspring of life and of unlimited love. But if we're not giving that love to ourselves, we're not going to see it, and our vessel is going to appear to be dry. And so it's letting the love in, and how can the love work for you? How can you love yourself? And so I invite you to ask yourself, what can I do for me to love me? What way can I nurture myself? What is it that I need? What expectations am I carrying? What expectations am I putting on others? Because again, we might be saying, well, I'd be fine if so-and-so was giving me the same kind of treatment I'm giving them. Well, if they're not, it's like it's not their fault. Did you tell them you were expecting that kind of treatment? Sometimes we really have to look at ourselves and what we are doing and what our motivation is. But the thing is, we're not broken. And in truth, we're not empty. But we could be very mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually exhausted because we are not feeding us. We are not giving us the spiritual food that we need. We're not giving ourselves the love and the compassion that we deserve. And so there are just wonderful, easy things that you can do with that, right? It's just to take a moment and say, okay, I'm going to set boundaries. Okay, I'm going to take care of me. Okay, I'm going to call and schedule a massage. That's just an example. Obviously, I'm a massage person, right? I like to have massages. It could be journaling. What's going on with me? What am I feeling? And we can write that out, and then we can also look to see, okay, what were the steps where I was trying to take control instead of letting Spirit lead? And am I opening myself up to receive? Am I allowing the kindness and the love of the universe and the people around me to really give to me the love that I'm putting back out into the world? So take those moments. Take deep breaths in and fill yourself up and say, I am holy. I am whole. I love myself. Therefore, I take time needed for my restoration. And so it is. And until next time, namaste. And if you really enjoyed today's message, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Help us share the word so that the whole world can come together in peace and love and harmony. And until next time, namaste.
Woke up late, spilled the tea, burned my toast, forgot to breathe. Laundry's high, inbox roars, I can't do this anymore. Smile too much, said I'm fine. Gave and crossed the line. Now I'm hiding in the car, questioning who I even are. I'm running on empty, running on fumes. My soul's in sweats in the laundry room. So I'm taking a pause, lighting a flame, saying, hey spirit, help me reclaim. I'm not lazy, I'm not stuck, just need a moment to fill me up. Phone won't quit, plans fell through. Hustle hard, but lose me too. Tried to push, tried to pray, but burnout don't go away. So I'm calling grace, taking spiritually centered, grounded, whole. I'm coming back to my own soul. I was running on empty, feeling undone, but now I see I'm not the only one. I'm lighting the way, calling it grace, loving myself at my own pace. I'm not broken, just enough to know it's time to fill me up.